other shepherds who are not what? Good. So who are these? There is an immediate context to that, and there is a stretching context to that in the Old Testament, whereby the patriarchs, David, Solomon, Saul, and the others were wonderful shepherds. God himself as the shepherd of the children of Israel, and them as the flock. But the immediate context of chapter 10 of today, 11, verse 11 to 19 of 18, is in chapter 9, whereby Jesus has healed the blind, man born blind. And then, afterwards, as well, nauliza na Pharisees, who healed this? Is this your son? They say, yes, he's our son, but as for who healed him, we do not know. So they expel them, they expel him even from the temple. So they were scattered. That's why Jesus comes in that example of the good shepherd. My concern, I would like you to get, and that's my information I have for you today, is this. Why the term good shepherd? And the word there in English is good. The prefix, the first part of the, is two words. Good shepherd. First, good. Good. Remember, the Gospel of John was originally written, the only Gospel that was originally written in Greek. So, this word good, in English is one word, good. But in Greek, the original language, it comes out as two words, please. And this is very important. The first one, it comes out as A-G-A-T-H-O-S, agathos. That something is good in itself as it is. For instance, all cakes are good. All buildings are good. All children are good. Second word in Greek, meaning good, is kalos. K-A-L-O-S. That there is some affinity, some affection, some bonding, something extra that which is good in itself offers more than the first agathos. So when Jesus talks of him as being a good shepherd, he does not use the Greek original word, the first one, but he uses the second one. The bond, the affinity, the unity that exists. So my question is, we as a Jumuia members, you as a parent, me as a priest, am I an agathos priest or am a kalos priest? You as a Jumuia member, are you an agathos Jumuia member or you are a kalos Jumuia member? Which one would you prefer between those two? Nimewapoteza. The first one is agathos. Kwamba something is good in itself. Human beings as such, we expect them to be good. Nonetheless, even your parents, but you realize between your mom and dad, one of them may be more good, more, loving to you, that you have more affection to that person, if it's your mother or your dad. So if it is that, then it moves from the first level of agathos to the second one of kalos. That who has more affection and more that he cares for you, ready to lay down his life for you, then it moves down. So are we now together there? So what kind of member of this Jumuia are you? Because which one would you prefer as a Jumuia? Are you an agathos Jumuia or in this parish, or you are a kalos Jumuia in this parish? A what? A kalos Jumuia, isn't it? Meaning you love your parish, you love your faith, you love your fellow Christians, and that's where we should be as Christians. And that's why Christ, he is a good shepherd, not in the first sense, but in the second sense. So my point is this, that look, as we are together here, let us remember the objectives of any small Christian community. It is to help us feed our faith. And I've always related faith to a living reality, to a plant. A plant whereby if you have a flower, let's say manimeka, it's called manimeka, but if you have a flower in the house, you've planted in a pot. If you don't water it, if you don't take care of it, it will die. It will die. Itanyauka, na mwisho ifanye nini? Itakufa. And that's our faith. Unless we take care of our faith. And we cannot be saying, our faith, we shall only take care of it on Sunday when I come to church. And that's why the Jumuia is there. That's why you have your personal prayer, your private prayer, your family prayer. So these things must find themselves even in our own Jumuia. And see how do we approach all this. Remember today, I really like the gospel of today. That the sheep know the shepherd, and the shepherd in turn knows the sheep. That definitely means if they belong to one shepherd, the sheep themselves know each other. So do we know one another? As Father Jumuia, St. John Paul II. That's very important. We must know one another. And knowing one another does not necessarily just mean, it does not stop at the level. I went what I call just the outer cover level, whereby, I know this is Father Sunguti. No. Not something little, something extra about Father Sunguti. The personality of Father Sunguti. So that when you come and meet Father Sunguti in the office or outside there, you'll be able to know how to relate with Father Sunguti. Sunguti is only being used here as an example. Get to know my sister Drusilla here, not just because you only know that now she's 31, by the way, younger than me by far. And then that she has a family, and no, not just that. Go an extra mile. Know the personality, know the person a little bit more. Once you know the other person a little bit more, then we shall relate in a better way. So that's what I really call upon, that you may be able to know one another. And then let us be our brothers and our sisters in Christ. Let us help one another to keep the faith, but not to kill the faith. So, we are all grown-ups here. You understand what I mean? That let us help one another to keep the faith, but not to kill the faith. Let Father's Jumuia be a place of attaining holiness, attaining faith, but not a place where faith is killed and holiness is destroyed. No, no. Then we'll have no reason whatsoever to be. I am not saying that that's what you're doing. I'm congratulating you for the good work. Nonetheless, Satan loves where good things are happening. Satan will never go where bad things are happening. Never, ever. Never, ever. That's why sometimes, sorry, if you are a Somalian and I want to use this example here, sorry for using that example. I wouldn't use it because we're having a conversation. When I'm Somalian, I'll change my example. When I'm Somalian, Satan has no more interest in Somalia at the moment because he has achieved in his end to destroy, to kill. But he has so much big interest where in a country like Kenya. Because there, still, people are still in unity, people still embrace faith as they do. That's why Satan will always attack time and again a country like Kenya. A country where, or a family that has a good growth inaendelea, mama na baba wamependana, mama na watoto wamependana, wanaendelea vizuri. Satan has a serious agenda for that family to go and separate, disintegrate that family. Nonetheless, that which is already disintegrated, Satan has achieved the goal. He has no business to go back there. In fact, anatuma tu wajukuu huko. Wajukuu ndio anatuma huko. Enda make sure hawasameani. Enda make sure wakikutana asubuhi wanafanyiana kwa mgongo na mwingine. You see, hawa ni wajukuu. Wanani wa shetani. So let's not allow our families to be destroyed. And remember, I was preaching this in the first mass. The shepherds, the people Jesus is addressing today, is not just the shepherds, wala mnaita wachungaji. Like Father Suruti, Father Zaidi, Father David, and all. I want to Pastor David. He's addressing all of us. Why? Who is a shepherd? The Greek name for the word shepherd is polein. Who is a polein? Anybody who is in charge of. Polein, P-O-L-E-I-N. Anybody who is in charge of another person or other people is a shepherd. Now, who is not a shepherd here? All of us, in one way or the other, you are a shepherd. You are in charge of somebody or some other people. Ukisema ya kwamba Father, mimi, I am not in charge of anybody. Remember, you are a person and you are in charge of your own life. So, you are still a shepherd of your own life. So, those qualities of a shepherd, those things that are talked of a shepherd, as Jesus says, a shepherd should smell his flock. Kwa Francis ametuambia kwa barua yake kwamba mchungaji lazima anuke kondoo wake. And we can example in the first month. Nani ashawahi chunga ng'ombe ama mbuzi ama kondoo? Ushago village. Anybody? I did it for so many years. ukitoka huko zile nguo umetumia kutoka asubuhi kukamua ng'ombe, ukitoa samadi kwa hiyo nini mali ng'ombe wanalala, inanuka kama nini ng'ombe, kama ni kondoo ni kondoo, kama ni mbuzi ni mbuzi. So to the extent that ng'ombe wako huko na wewe ukifika hapa na hizo nguo zako, mtu atadhania ng'ombe inapita kazi. Kumbe ni nani? Ni wewe. So that's what I'm saying, that